Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to ComplyArena live webinar, Writing Excellent Standard Operating Procedures, SOPs. Today's event is scheduled to last approximately 90 minutes, which will have at least 75 to 80 minutes of presentation, followed by 10 to 15 minutes of Q&A session. Our expert for today is Suzanne Mans. Well, Suzanne is an accomplished leader in the medical device industry with emphasis on quality, compliance, and Six Sigma. She has an extensive background in quality and compliance for medical devices, from new product development to operations to post-market activities. I would now request Suzanne to begin the session.
Thank you so much, and thanks everybody for joining today. I'm pleased to be with you. After about 30 years in the medical device industry, working for companies like GE, J&J, and Medtronic, I've become very informed and opinionated about writing excellent SOPs, standard operating procedures. This is really an interesting topic because it can make or break you in terms of your business results and your results during an inspection. So we have a great agenda today. We will be talking about what the FDA expects from you, as well as other notified bodies, what they expect for SOPs, standard operating procedure. We'll talk about some lessons learned from 483s and from warning letters. It's interesting to see how the FDA cites companies in these areas. We'll talk about common problems with SOPs, and then we'll move into how to structure your quality management system and how you structure your SOPs. From there, we'll go on to talking about how to outline and format your SOPs. And then we'll move into tools and techniques to make your SOPs more clear, more easy to understand. We'll talk a little bit about using process maps and other tools such as diagrams and visuals. These can really help you in your SOPs. Of course, we have to talk a little bit about how to maintain and control your SOPs. And SOPs are meaningless unless your organization is trained to them and follows them correctly. So we'll talk a little bit about that, and then we'll go into best practices. So with that, I'll go ahead and move on. We'll start, as I said, with talking about FDA expectations. So the FDA is pretty clear about their expectations in the Code of Federal Regulations, 21 CFR 820.5. They talk about a quality system, the requirements for a quality system. And they say that each manufacturer shall establish and maintain a quality system that is appropriate for the specific medical devices designed or manufactured and meets the requirements of this part. So there is a big word in there, establish. And when you first read that word, it's pretty easy to go over that quickly, but it actually has a very strong definition with the FDA. And it means that you have to define all the requirements. You have to translate the requirements into your quality system. You have to document, either in writing or electronically, and you have to implement. And it also says that each manufacturer shall have sufficient personnel with the necessary education, background, and training. So all of that means that the procedure has to be defined and documented